Is your personal injury law firm drowning in junk leads at $50 a click? You're not alone. One firm we worked with just 4X'd their qualified leads and over tripled their signed cases without any additional ad spend. And in this video, I'm going to break it all down for you. But before we do, hey, hi, hello, I'm Kaylee, your Legal Lead Sharks Google Ads expert. We're not just a typical Google Ads agency. We operate more like a lead conversion strategist on your team. And we work exclusively with law firms. We know the intricacies, the expenses, and the competition in the personal injury space, and how to get those leads to turn into signed cases, not just expensive clicks. Most ads agencies throw around CPCs, CTRs, optimization scores, using that as part of a vanity metric to show how great they're doing. But here's the truth. If those clicks don't turn into signed cases, then it doesn't matter how great your account looks like it's doing. We specialize in turning your ads budget into a system that generates a consistent lead flow, which ultimately delivers more signed cases. I want to show you how we helped a personal injury law firm 4x their results without any additional ad spend budget. So from January to March, we helped a personal injury law firm in the DFW and El Paso area increase their qualified leads by 400%. We also cut their call volume from over 550 calls with only 4 signed cases to around 150 to 175 calls that ended with 10 signed cases. Now, I'm not promising that we can do this in every situation, but there is a strategy behind what we did that's duplicatable that we could help your firm implement. That means less intake burnout with irrelevant call volume and better case selection for your firm. Most agencies are just sending out reports. We're helping deliver results. And if you're buying signed cases from one of those agencies that say, we'll take all the risk, we'll qualify the leads, and you'll get signed cases wrapped and delivered to your firm, you're lucky if you end up with 1 to 2 actual signed cases. And in those scenarios, you're renting results. You don't own the data or the system that's generating those leads. Google Ads is a machine that feeds on data. And not owning your machine means that you're funneling thousands of dollars a month to make someone else's account smarter and ultimately a money-making machine. And when you leave, you get nothing. So let me walk you through this client's journey. Again, they're a personal injury law firm. They were new to Google Ads, no previous data or account setup. From October to December, they followed the typical advice, which was casting a wide net, getting a massive call volume, and then searching through for the needle in the haystack. Because after all, more traffic and more calls or more leads should equal more results, right? And this is the strategy everyone else in the industry is doing, so it should work. The problem was they didn't have a machine that was already set up to identify exactly who they were looking for. And we knew this because we work really closely with our clients. We see the entire cycle from click to sign case. We knew what was working and what wasn't working, and we heard the client's concerns and pivoted. Their intake team was really expensive, and it wasn't producing the results they wanted to see. Because we don't just run ads, we sync up with your intake team, define the ideal cases for your firm. This builds a feedback loop, allowing us to use that data to optimize the campaigns. So we restructured the account, the geo-targeting, the ad copy, and the keyword strategies. We optimized the intake strategy to be more efficient. In a sense, we created a tight net strategy designed to attract higher quality leads with less call volume. In doing so, within 2 months, we saw a 400% increase in the amount of qualified leads that were coming in. We also got 70% fewer calls and ultimately went from signing on average 2 to 4 cases per month to signing 10 cases. Now, again, I'm not promising these results every time, but the reason we were able to get these results for this firm is because we had such an open communication loop between what was happening in their Google Ads all the way to a signed case or an irrelevant lead, allowing us to create a smarter and scalable pipeline, because we have to think of a Google Ads lead generation strategy as a pipeline, not a faucet. Most firms treat Google Ads like a faucet. They turn it on and hope the right clients come through. We treat Google Ads like a precision-built pipeline for law firms, refined, filtered, focused on delivering higher quality leads and more signed cases consistently. It's not always about spending more, it's about spending smarter. And there would have been no way for us to optimize this client's account had we not known what happened after the click, which is where most Google Ads agencies fall short. Now, if you're thinking, this sounds like a full-time job, you'd be right, it is. That's why our ad agency works like a fractional lead conversion strategist for your team, so you can focus on closing cases while we engineer the system that delivers them. Our systems don't just stop at running ads for your firm. We integrate tracking, call scoring, CMR data, and feedback loops so that we can optimize based on real signed case outcomes. No more chasing vanity metrics and receiving a report at the end of the month that you have no idea how to read, or working with agencies that don't actually know what it looks like to convert a Google Ads lead into a signed case for your firm. This client's not just buying signed cases. We're building the machine that produces them. We believe in you owning your own Google Ads account, owning your data, and being able to build marketing assets that compound. That's how Legal Lead Shark is different from your typical Google Ads agency out there. We build infrastructure, not just campaigns. If this sounds like exactly what you've been looking for, book a discovery call with us. Because we deliver much more than just a Google Ads campaign to your firm, and because we go way further than just your typical Google Ads agency would, we limit the number of clients we'll bring on every month. We do offer an exclusivity radius, meaning we don't think it's ethical to run ads for you and your direct competitors at the same time. So there may be a waiting list in your area, which is just another reason that you want to get to us before your competitors do. Before you go, let me tell you, we have so many other videos on this channel that are not only going to improve your law firm's marketing, but help you avoid the most common pitfalls that most personal injury firms run into that's burning their marketing budget. We'll see you in the next video.